Hello, I'm Congresswoman Candice Miller. The Federal Reserve System was created in 1913 to serve as the central bank for the United States, and it has a responsibility to manage our nation's money supply and banking system. The Fed serves many functions, such as regulating banks, they set interest rates, buying and selling government securities, as well as ordering all of our money to be printed. Essentially, the Federal Reserve has very broad powers over the financial health of our country. And throughout its history, and most importantly throughout our current economic crises, the Fed has provided literally trillions of dollars in loans to its member banks. In light of recent failures in the U.S. banking system and the government bailouts of large Wall Street banks, I think it is time to bring the same oversight to the Fed that other federal agencies are subject to. Last year, I joined in the call for an audit of the Fed and its member banks. The Federal Reserve Transparency Act that was introduced will direct the Comptroller General of the United States to conduct the review and then to issue a detailed report to the Congress by the end of this year. The lack of proper oversight of the Fed and the U.S. banking system ended up costing the American taxpayers billions of dollars, as we are all painfully aware, as they rescued some of our country's largest financial firms. The current domestic and global economic situation that we are all facing is evidence that more congressional oversight of the Fed and its banks is really long overdue, I believe. The impact causing our American families and individuals to struggle is a clear sign, a signal that Congress must respond immediately and carry out much-needed checks to our country's banking system, checks and balances. Auditing will be a first step, I think, in ensuring that the mistakes of the past are not repeated, and will hopefully put our country on a firmer financial ground. I believe that as government chartered entity, as it is, that the American people have a right to know more about the Fed's activities. And this year, I plan to continue to work with my colleagues to push for the passage of this very important, critical legislation and to ensure that responsible practices are in force. Americans deserve a full financial accounting from their government, and the Federal Reserve Transparency Act will help to make sure that accounting with the Fed is what they receive. I'm Congresswoman Candice Miller. Thanks so much for listening.